Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another car debrief. So if it is your first time watching one of these episodes on my YouTube channel, essentially what we do is just chat shit in the car. That is it. We debrief what's been going on recently, and I think a relevant topic as of recent, today's topic is going to be Nepo babies, because I feel like there's been quite a lot of talk on the net about Nepo babies, from Alabama Barker to people accusing Lola Young of being a Nepo baby, this, that and the other, and I just feel like it is a rather hot topic to be talking about. Right? So that's what we're going to talk about. In theory, why am I saying in theory? You know when you use phrases just to make yourself sound smarter than you actually are and more knowledgeable in the topic? Absolutely not. That was not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say, for anyone who isn't familiar with the term Nepo baby, do you know what? Let me get the Google definition up for you so I'm not chatting shit and no one can try to argue with me. Define Nepo baby. Oh, nepotism. Let's just do nepotism. So nepotism is the practice amongst those with power or influence of favouring relative friends or associates, especially by giving them jobs. Now, I feel like a lot of the time people confuse nepotism with just coming from a rich family background. That's not necessarily the case, but the two often come hand in hand, because with money comes influence and social status of some sort. Even if you're not in the public eye and you're not quote unquote famous, having money still gives you access to people who have clout, in theory. A Nepo baby is someone whose parents or relatives have wealth, social status, some form of power within the hierarchy that exists in society, that is able to give them a better head start in life, essentially, or they're able to use their connections to get them a job, or use their connections to get them an award, or be able to have access to certain events, all these different things. That is essentially what a Nepo baby is. A perfect example of this, of an actual Nepo baby, right, is one of David Beckham's sons. I don't remember which one. Doesn't really do much of his life. He's just kind of known for being David Beckham's son, and he's famous off the back of that. He decided he was going to start doing cooking content, and he acted like he was a chef, and he just posted a video of him making something as simple as a spag bowl. Don't quote me on that because I don't remember exactly what it was, but that's essentially it. Kind of being able to just be like, yeah, I'm a chef, and as soon as you post your one shitty little video of you doing spag bowl, you get a fucking brand deal, or you get put on Celebrity MasterChef. Do you get what I mean? It's just, it opens doors for you immediately just because you're the son or daughter or the child of someone who is famous or someone with power, essentially. Now, my thing is with Nepo babies, when I first learned about Nepo babies, I was like, fuck them! Fuck Nepo babies! Oh my god, hate Nepo babies! Now, I'm no longer like that, because realistically it's not your fault if you were born to someone famous, and good on your parents for providing a better life for you if they weren't already rich and famous before. Like, for example, you think I don't want my kids to have I used to say I want my kids to, once I'd kind of understood nepotism a bit more, I want my kids to be Nepo babies, and I mean that within reason. I want my kids to have certain opportunities and a better life and access to things that I didn't have, but I don't want my kids to feel like everything's been handed to them on a silver platter. You're still going to have to earn it. You're still going to have to show me hard work and dedication to something that you're doing. I'm not just going to be like, oh yeah, you're my kid, let's get you in there. I'm not going to be loud and proud. Sorry, wrong and strong. I'm not going to be wrong and strong. Like, I'm not going to be wrong and strong. If my kid is shit, for example, say my kid wants to be a DJ and my kid is shit, I'm not going to go around convincing world famous DJs to put my child on their lineup. I'm not going to be convincing event hosts that I know, being like, oh my god, this is my son, this is my daughter, and they're so good at DJing, put them on, like, and they're going to do it because of who I am. No, I don't want that. I will use my power and influence to get help from people to make my child a better DJ in that sense, but you've still got to be good at it. I'm not going to fool the world into thinking that you're good, because that's just embarrassing for you. Constructive criticism is a very healthy part of all relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, familial, is that what it's called? Familial relationships. It is all important, right? So my thing is with Nepo babies, I don't hate you if you're a Nepo baby, but I hate you if you're a Nepo baby who isn't good at anything. I hate you if you're a Nepo baby and you're lazy and you're just reaping the fruits of your parents' labor and claiming fame or claiming talent off the back of that. For example, a lot of people give hate to Jaden Smith and Willow Smith because obviously they've got two very famous parents. Now, my thing is, you can't hate on them because they're actually good. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jaden Smith, he was a child actor. fair enough, he probably got into that because of his dad, but he was actually a good child actor. Willow Smith, she might be problematic as fuck, but she makes good music. I've listened to her tunes a good couple of times. Do you know what I mean? Like, they have kind of strayed down a weird thing, and there are definitely certain things that they are able to like wake up one day and be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to change my career path completely because of who their parents are. So I feel like there may be a 50-50, but there are definitely people out there, even being in the industry that I'm in, I know a lot of people who have come from famous or backgrounds of social affluence, right? But they're good at what they do and they still put in the hard work. You can't fault them for who their parents are. You can fault them if they're being like, yeah, my parents do this, my parents do that, so of course I'm going to be able to do this, and they're not actually good, or they don't try, none of that shit. Then you can fault them, right? Nepo babies. Also, I feel like sometimes, in the case of Lola Young, I personally know Lola Young, love her. She's been a talented girl for many, many years, right? Me and Lola have gone out. She is great, so you might call me biased when I say this, but in the case of Lola Young, everyone in the comments is like, oh my god, she performed at the Brits, I wish they would give it to someone who actually deserves it, not a Nepo baby, this, that and the other. First of all, why the fuck are you lot switching up so damn quick? Because a couple of weeks ago, it was trendy to love Lola, and now that it's cool to hate on her because she's an alleged Nepo baby, everybody wants to have a fucking issue with it. Chill your fucking horses. And on top of that, it's not her parents. Her auntie is a children's book author, right? I understand that is still some sort of a socially relevant career title. However, in the field that Lola is in, I don't think they're that connected. They're like 30%, 25% connected. You can't make a direct correlation out of that. And also, all of that is made invalid by the fact that she is a talented fucking singer. She would only make it so far if it was off the back of her family's connections. She would only make it so far. She's made it as far as she has, which is further than she would have if she was just a Nepo baby, because she's fucking talented. She has an amazing voice. She has a great creative mind. And a lot of people want to say that she's like jumping on the bandwagon of being fucking working class. Listen, I've known Lola before she's blown to the fame she's at now, and I'm so proud of her, great for her. She's always sounded like that. And that's just the fucking accent. This theory that like everybody in London speaks the Queen's English, or everybody in the UK speaks the Queen's English, is absolutely absurd. It's just an accent. It's just an accent. It's not like she goes on like, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much on the topic because obviously it's a friend of mine, and also I probably come across as biased, but that in itself I think is a lot of bullshit. Now Alabama Barker, on the other fucking hand, this bitch switches characters, she switches career paths, she switches her genre of what she wants to do left, right and center, and she can do that because her dad is Travis Barker and she is now also part of the fucking Kardashian family. It doesn't matter what she chooses to do. It doesn't matter if she loses her own like social circle support with her TikTok followers, all of that, this, that and the other, because she always is able to bounce back on the fact that her dad is Travis Barker and she's part of the Kardashian family. What arguably one of the most influential families when it comes to the whole online media, I don't want to just say social media, but the online media collective, right? So even if everybody on the internet fucking hated her, if she said, oh, I want to go on this show, I want to perform here, I want to do this, you think that they can't pull a couple of strings here and there and she's doing exactly what she wants to be fucking doing? Like, absurd. Now, another thing about Nepo babies. I think if you're a Nepo baby and you own it, good. Own that shit. Own it. Like, it's when they try and fucking hide it and they try and go on like there's no I've come from a poor family background, I lived in a council estate. Okay, if you lived in a council estate until you were like fucking 4, it doesn't really matter. Or if you lived on a council estate even if until you were fucking 10 and you're now in your mid-20s, you've lived a large majority of your life now with certain privileges. Don't try and make this your whole personality trait and try and embody it, because it just doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, if you're a Nepo baby, own it. It's absolutely fine. Like, and if you're still good at what you do, then no one can fucking fault you for it. Like, what are they going to say? Oh, you're a Nepo baby. Oh, you're a Nepo baby singer. Okay, but can I sing? Yes. Okay, cool. What's your fucking point then? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. I feel like there's a certain... Everybody wants to call everybody a Nepo baby. But one, I don't think people actually understand the definition of a Nepo baby. That's why I had to preface this video by saying what the definition is. And also on top of that, I feel like people... they misplace their anger when it comes to the whole nepotism thing, because I feel like you shouldn't be angry at someone for being a Nepo baby. You should be angry at them for what they choose to do with that afterwards, because like I said, it is no one's fault that they were born into a rich family or they were born into a famous family. It's not their fault. However, if they then continue to deny the fact that they've had certain privileges that most people in this world have not, and go on like they've solely done this off blood, sweat and tears, hard work and dedication, and no help at all, then you're chatting shit. Be true to yourself. Do you know what I mean? Secondly, you should be also mad if they're obviously... Why did my mind go blank? It's because I was on a roll and then I looked at a light and it just threw me off. Secondly, you should be mad at them if they are a Nepo baby who proceeds to just waste their time doing whatever. Do you know what? Kind of fair enough though. I feel like it's down to the parents though. It's actually down to the parents, because the child's not at fault. It's like with animals, innit? Like, it's never the pet's fault, it's the fucking owner's fault. Like, because if I was a kid and my whole life my parents who were rich and famous just proceeded to hand me everything on a silver platter, I would be at a point in my life where I'll just be like, okay, well, I want to do everything, and I'll try and be a fucking horseback rider, an Olympian, singer, even though I can't sing, actress, fucking so many different things, because you can. Like, you can. If they're not giving you they're not pushing you, and they're not giving you some form of discipline for you to strive and do your own thing, because you can't just rely on what they've given you, then you're just gonna do that, innit? You're just gonna be a bit of fucking everything. Like, you're gonna be a bit of everything. So my two main things is when Nepo babies are fucking lazy and just shit, and the second one is when they deny the fact that they're a Nepo baby and they try to adopt a different persona of someone who's more relatable to the majority, which is working class. Is that whole vibe when they try and I'm trying to think of another good Nepo baby example. Who's a Nepo baby? Who's a fucking Nepo baby? Do you know who's a Nepo baby that I love? Elon Musk's daughter, or I think they might be a they them, but one of Elon Musk's kids is completely like, fuck my dad, fuck him, he's the richest man in the world, and you've said fuck him. Personally, that's not the route I would have gone down, because I feel like I would have been like, alright, if I want to disassemble the system, I want to break it down, let me do it from the inside, and I would like get him to hand over like a big chunk of his whatever, and I would just destroy it if you're really against him. Because now, like, okay, you're mad at him, he knows you're mad at him, and he's the richest man in the world. Like, what do you actually have? Like, what do you actually have to go against him? Do you know what I mean? Who's another Nepo baby? Who's another Nepo baby? Why am I burping so much? It's Five Guys. I had Five Guys. No, I didn't. I have a boyfriend. Never Five Guys. Who's a Nepo? Oh, okay. So another example, right, of a Nepo baby who's like, just, you can't even be mad at him. So I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to say it, because it's just going to sound like I'm listing friends and I'm name dropping, so I'm not even going to do that. Who's a Nepo baby? Who's a fucking... Do you know what? Do you know where the biggest Nepo babies are? The fucking fashion industry. You know, back when I was like young, I used to be like, when I was like 16, 17, and I was on Instagram and I was trying to understand how people my age or just above me were able to do all these different things, and they were able to buy the clothes I actually wanted to wear. They were able to buy the style that I had, but I just couldn't afford, right? And I always used to think, I was like, what's going on? And then when I got older, I realized they're just fucking rich kids. Like, they're rich, they're the kids of rich and famous people, and they just have access to all these different things. Like, they can just get this shit for free. They're getting the latest drops because their mum knows this person and they know that person. The fashion industry is filled with Nepo babies. That is why there are so many nasty and rude people in the fashion industry, because they're all just, snobs. Just nose turned up. And they all deny it. They all go on like, oh my God, I worked my ass off to get here. No, you didn't, bitch. Your mom's rich. And your dad is a fucking politician or some shit. Okay? I don't know why I spoke in that voice. I think I'm losing it. It's getting to the point in the video where I'm just like, okay, can't really be bothered to talk about this one anymore. But yeah, that was my Nepo babies, man. Let's derail from the main topic very quickly, all right? And what we're going to talk about is, earlier I mentioned Alabama Barker. We are going to talk about her beef with Bad Baby because she brought back the real Danielle Bergoli. Oh my God! Why did she do that to herself? Like, you know what's funny? The Alabama's diss at Bad Baby was actually good. We're not going to lie and say it wasn't, but we know she didn't write that shit. And also the whole video set up, like everything in that video, like she's the perfect definition of a Nepo baby you should hate. Because why have you got a red bandana? Why have you got a two-piece? Well, like, what is going on? Why are you trying to act like you're a gangbanger? Like, baby, what? You just get gangbanged. Like, it's two different things, you know? Getting gangbanged and being a gangbanger, not the same, two separate things. But I'm glad she did that diss because it brought Danielle back. But the one thing that's really annoying me about Danielle's diss, I feel like she just should have been more clear about the fact that the way she looks in the video is meant to be taking the piss out of Alabama, because I've seen loads of people react to it and they don't realise that she's trying to mock her, and they think that that's what she looks like now, and they're kind of cussing for her. And I'm like, listen, don't come for my girl like that. Do not come for her. I don't even know why Alabama thought that she could try and beef Bad Baby, because the same Bad Baby that made fucking oh my God, let's listen to some Bad Baby. The same I can't even, because I'll get copyrighted. The same Bad Baby that made Gucci Flip Flops. The same Bad Baby that made what's that song? Oh, I forgot the fucking song. Listen, she's got bars, you know. She's got bars. She comes for everyone. And also with the track record Alabama Barker has, and she wasn't, listen, Bad Baby's gonna fight you. That's what it's gonna come down to. You can make, she's gonna do 1-2 diss tracks. She might keep going if you don't fight her, but we all know that Danielle Bergoli wants to fucking fight you. Why would you ever do that? You have grown up rich and famous. Danielle has not. She's grown up in the hood, right? Or wherever the fuck she grew up. She grew up not well off, which that gives you a certain level of independence, fight or flight, and street smartness, streetwise, like if you're streetwise or not. Alabama Barker has none of that. All she has is security and money. But Danielle Bergoli also has security and money. So she has all of that stuff from before, plus all the shit Alabama has. So it's like, bitch, why did you start this whole thing if you weren't gonna fight her? Like, my girl texted her being like, are you gonna jump me? Bitch, yes. She's not even gonna jump you. Jumping you is like, if she's not gonna jump you. Like, jumping you is if she was more than one people. It was a few people jumping you. The bitch is gonna fight you one-on-one, and she's gonna win while fighting cancer and also being a mother. Why did you do this to yourself? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You don't need the clout. Realistically, you don't need the clout, because your dad is Travis Barker. You're part of the Kardashian family. Why did you feel the need to do that? There was absolutely no need. And you started this whole thing because you were the one talking about, I'm chatting to her baby dad. Why are you even proud of that? Are you good? Like, what the fuck? Why? In what sense of the world was this a good PR move for you? You're just bored. And this is what I mean. You're just bored. You have nothing going for you. You're shit at everything you do. And you're just a Nepo baby, so you're allowed to do whatever you want because you can always fall back on daddy and the Kardashian family. And quite frankly, I'm pretty sure the Kardashians don't actually fucking like her. And then on top of that, oh my God, Danielle Bergoli did it over Kanye West's beat. One thing I am glad about, she brought Bad Baby back. She brought her back, and good, because I needed some new music. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, that was me talking to you guys about Nepo babies. Let me know how you feel about them in the comments down below. And name your least favourite Nepo babies, because I couldn't think of all the shit ones. The only one coming to mind right off the bat is Alabama Barker. There is another one that I want to say, but I don't want to say it because it's just too much drama on the internet for no reason. And also, I'm in the industry. I can't really be doing that. Do you know what I mean? So, on that note, I'll see you again for the car debrief in a month. All right? Love ya. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much. And the more you support, the higher of a chance my kids have of being Nepo babies. Bye. Bye. Bye.